Hello, everybody. This is Arthur Brown. Welcome to my Legacy Building podcast. If you don't know me, you're about to find out about me. Top 1% mortgage lender in the United States. I've been in this industry for 25 plus years. I know the game. I know the ins and outs. I grew up in the projects. I own multiple properties. Matter of fact, I think I've owned in my lifetime close to 25 properties. I have a wealth of experience that I will love to share with you to allow you to build your dreams in terms of not only legacy building for your family, but also generational wealth. With that being said, let's jump into it. Hello, this is Arthur Brown. Welcome back to my podcast. We're going to talk a little bit about legacy building, but take it to the next level. There was an article that was published through the United States Census Bureau, and it talked about 3 areas that people's top net worth falls under when it comes to generational wealth. Number 1, retirement accounts. Number 2, real estate. And number 3, mutual funds, stocks, and so forth. I was 25 years old when I bought my first piece of property, right? It was real estate. Never thought about retirement, never knew anything about stocks and mutual funds. And I'm here to say, if I did not buy my real estate, I would have probably never dabbled into a retirement account where I'm at now, even though I have put in. And then number 3, stocks and mutual funds. It was not on my radar. So the reason why I bring this up, guys, is because out of those 3, 25 to 30, which one are you thinking you're leaning towards more? I would guess the venture would probably be real estate, right? That's what I preach. That's what I believe in. And that's what allowed me to invest in all 3 to this day. And there's other ones too, rental properties, bonds, things of that nature. But the one that hits home for me is real estate. It was interesting where real estate was number 2. So if you think back and you say to yourself, if you don't own a piece of real estate, if you haven't put any money towards retirement, and if you don't know anything about stocks and mutual funds, where are you at as an individual in today's society? That's the reason why we live paycheck to paycheck, is because we haven't put anything away for retirement. We haven't put anything away to build generational wealth. So I'm going to start off by saying real estate is the way to go. I'm going to always preach it. It allows you to open up so many doors to not only your future, but for your kids' future as well. And the reason why I talk about this, guys, is I'm no wealth guru. I grew up in the projects. I grew up in Gary, Indiana, the number 1 murder city per capita in the U.S. That's right. Graduated from high school as well as college with a 2.4 GPA. I was not the smartest one in my class. I was not the more athletic one. I definitely wasn't the more handsome one. But here's the deal. What I'm trying to get out, what I'm trying to say is, guys, if I'm going to be passionate about something, if I could do it, you could do it too if you allow me to hold your hand and walk you through the process, right? So out of those 3 that I just talked about, I feel real estate is number 1 for me. And the reason why is because it allows you to leverage. Do you know what leverage means? Leveraging your wealth to buy multiple properties, to invest in other areas, retirement accounts, mutual funds, more real estate. So for me, real estate is number 1 on that radar. And I wasn't a smart man in terms of understanding real estate. I'll tell you a quick example. I think I told this story before. The first property I ever bought, I bought with a good friend of mine. We bought it for $35,000. At this time, it was called The Hood in Denver, Colorado, which is 5 Points, one of the most prestigious Black communities back in the early 1900s up until this day. Well, it's been, what is the word I want to use? It's been gentrified, guys. It's been gentrified. Where now that $35,000 place that I bought, and here's the deal, I sold it within 8 months for $135,000, right? And I put $50,000 in it to get it ready to sell for $135,000. I didn't want to sell it. I wanted to hold on to it. Guess what the house is worth now? Almost $1 million. Yes, almost $1 million. So when I tell you real estate is the way to go, it allows you to open up so many doors. It allows you to just put yourself in a different category, different levels. That's what we hear nowadays, right? Levels. So please let me walk you through the process. Feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to message me. Feel free to sign up for my newsletters. It doesn't matter. One last thing I'll say in closing is that 2025 will be an incredible year if you allow it to. If you have the mindset of not getting caught up in interest rates or how much inventory is out there. I want to have my house paid off in 10 or 15 years. I've realized that for me, the definition of retirement is not being retired and sitting on the couch and flipping through freaking ESPN. It's me understanding that I get to control the narrative of my life. I get to decide on how many days a week I want to work, how many hours I want to put in, where do I want to travel this day or that day. Just educating you guys and my friends and my family. So thank you so much for always listening. God bless, and let's kill it in 2025. And the last thing I will add is that out of those top three that I mentioned in terms of retirement accounts, real estate, and the mutual funds and stocks, there is no shortcuts, guys. It's a long game. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? And the reason why I say that is because as you're going through this marathon process, once again, I'm going to say it, leveraging property to buy more property. So if you're in that marathon game, it's not about you saying, okay, I'm just going to sit back and let this house grow in $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 equity. I just had a good friend of mine says, Arthur, I'm 55 years old. I got $500,000. And I woke up one day, realized, what the hell? I'm just sitting on $500,000. What am I going to do with this money? I want you to help me strategize to build that $500,000 and make it $1 million, make it $2 million. As we all know, guys, when you become that billionaire range, if you want to call it that, or a billionaire, we're not here trying to figure out how much money we're going to save a month. We're figuring out how we're going to help our money grow even more and more and more. So have that mindset. Even if you only have $5,000, figure out a way to help that $5,000 get to $10,000. Not saying I'm just going to put the $5,000 away into a freaking high interest savings account, and then at the end of the year you got $5,050. No, we're not playing that game. We're taking that five to build that shit into 20, 30, 40, 50,000. Did I cuss? Yeah, I cuss. Thank you guys so much. Take care.